8 o'clock. Hello. What if there's a way? Oh. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I can't even share it to my page. That sucks. Hey. Hello. Welcome to tonight's 3033 overview. I am at the house. We have 2 different calls going on at the same time. I think that's pretty amazing. I'm setting my clock so that I won't go over the time because I respect your time as well as mine. So I want to make sure that I am respectful, 7, 8, of everybody's time on this Tuesday evening. Good evening. If you have not done so, please share this Facebook Live so we can get ready to just jump right on into this, because this is not for us. This is for our guests. Okay. We know what TLC is about, and we know that TLC is amazing. We know that the company have products that has changed all of our lives. So we want to share this information with other people, which is the whole intent, the whole purpose of doing this live today. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to share this, invite your guests on, let them know that we are live. And I want to bring it from a different perspective, because so many times people don't understand the significance and the impact that the foods that we eat and what we put inside of our bodies, we just really don't know. And we really don't understand where it's coming from. Okay? Where it's coming from. And what do I mean by that? There are some things that are happening in the background that, with my background in the sciences and having worked in the fields that I've worked in, I have some insight about some things that most of the time when I share this information, I'll let people know this is not to convince you, this is not to push you, but this is to educate you. So share this information, and we will get started in 30 seconds. Okay? How is everybody tonight? Wonderful? Yes. We operate within our greatness every day, okay? Without permission, we just do it. Y'all like my little shirt, my TLC? Anybody who know me know that I love high energy, so please give me the energy, and I promise you, I will give it back. I promise you, I will give it back. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to just jump right into this information. So welcome to tonight's call. Welcome to all of our business partners. Thank you for joining. Thank you to our guests for checking this information out. Maybe somebody shared it with you and they told you, hey, look, I have something amazing that I want to share with you. So on tonight, we are talking about total life changes. Total life changes. The name itself gives us an inclination that there's something happening. There's something shifting. There's a change in the atmosphere. Many of you have seen this pack of tea. Maybe somebody has introduced you to it. Maybe someone has said to you, I have something that I want you to try. Now, this is how it was given to me. Look, I have something I want you to check out. And I took this tea. I was like, it's tea, right? I really didn't understand how significant this one bag of tea would be. So I took this tea, and as a scientist, just to give you a little bit about my background so you'll know who is here speaking before you, my name is Dr. Kara Scott Dentley. I am partner with my husband, Dr. James Dentley. Some of you know him. He is a legend in the industry. He has been in the industry now for 25 years. So when you put the two of us together, my background in the sciences and something like TLC and the information and his background and his education and his knowledge and his wisdom, then you have 2 people that come together that say that we can change the world. So when this product was brought to me, being the scientist that I am, I said, you know what, let me check this out. What is this all about, right? I took this product, and not only did I try it, My mom was staying with me at the time because I had a small son who was 4. He was 4, and she was coming by quite a bit. And I was like, you know what? If I have to try this, if I'm checking this out, I need you to check it out too. And that's what she did. And she came back to me after 3 days. And she said to me, she had this look on her face. And anybody who knows my mom, she taught in the school system for 40 years. So she had this look in her face. And she said, where did you get this from? And I didn't know where she was going with the question. So I said, well, why do you ask? She said, well, because I like it. Now, when she said that let me know right there that I had a business under my belt. I said, well, what did you like about it? She said, well, it's smooth. I like the fact that it wasn't aggressive. I liked it. I want to ship some to my sisters in Mississippi. And at that point, I said, you know what? Before you start shipping tea to Mississippi, let me find out about this compensation plan. Now, when I took this information, when you look at the back of the pack, and I tell people all the time, turn over the pack, because it'll tell you all of the ingredients. It lets you know right here on the pack that it's 100% authentic. Okay, some people are looking for this. They want to know. They want to see the symbol. They want to see the emblem. They want to know, is it all natural? Absolutely. Some people even come up and say, well, I can't have caffeine. Guess what, baby? Right there. Contains no caffeine. Now, I'm pointing this out to you because these are some of the things that you can use when you are sharing this information with people. Now, when I share this information with people, I let them know those few things. I let them know that my son, who's 6, drinks this tea. He's 6 now. At the time when I was telling you about it, he was 4, but he's 6 now. He drinks this tea. I educate my son about the fact that we can have worms, flukes, and parasites in our bodies. At the end of the day, it becomes his idea. Mommy, I need my tea. So I'm letting you know this because everybody in the household, from the babies as young as 5 months old, can drink this tea. Now, when I was coming up, we did not have conversations about the importance of detoxing. Nobody told me about this. I had to learn this by way of being introduced to Total Life Changes, and it has been a total life change. Now, let me share with you what's in this tea, what makes it so significant. Now, some of these herbs you have heard of, right? You've heard of chamomile, I'm sure. You've heard of papaya, I'm sure. Ginger, myrrh, biblical herb, blessed thistle, holy thistle, persimmon leaves, malva leaves, and marshmallow leaves. Each one of these different herbs target a different organ in your body. So it's not a weight loss product, but what it is, it flushes toxins out of each one of these different organs of ours. Our kidneys, our colon, our respiratory system, our liver. Now, why is it important to detox our colon? Because 75% of our immune system, is right there in our colon. So if your colon isn't right, so many things are thrown off. Okay? So many things are thrown off. And when you ask people about detoxing, they're like, well, I didn't know. You have so many people now that are going to the doctor, and the doctor can't even tell them what's wrong. What's wrong with this picture, guys? There are new diseases that are coming out. You can watch the television and they have so many different things. They have a medicine if you talk too much. They have a medicine if you don't talk enough. They have a medicine if you sleep too much. They have a medicine if you don't sleep enough. There's something wrong with this picture. Now, I know, and I don't know where you're from, but in the city of Chicago, when you look around the city, you see all of these dialysis clinics popping up. Now, the only way that you know that we would need dialysis clinics is if there's something going on that you know that there would be a necessity for people to need dialysis. Think about that, okay? Now, one thing that I want to point out to you about this product, because we talked about it, getting rid of flukes and worms and parasites, because when people say, I just feel sluggish, I just have this midsection that I can't get rid of, it might be a parasite. When people say, well, I crave sweets, I crave chocolates. If you understand anything about the human body, we don't crave anything. Parasites crave. The only thing that we crave is the human connection. The human connection. And that's why when you connect with people, it's one of those things that you feel their energy and you're like, oh my gosh, she is so cool. Or I vibe with you. We connect with people. We don't crave food. Now, that's going to take me into my next topic, but I want to point something out to you real quick for my brothers and my sisters. Do you see this symbol right here? It says halal. This was pointed out to me by one of our Muslim brothers. When I took it to him, I was talking to him at the gas station. We were talking about detoxing, and he said, I need to find something that's natural. I said, well, I have something. So here I go, telling him about all the herbs. Then when he turned the pack over, he pointed to that symbol. Hear me now, because this is going to help somebody's business blow up. He pointed to that symbol and he said, because it has this symbol that is halal, it's in its purest state, I can have this. I can take this home to my family. We can drink this. There's so many things out there that we can't have, but this we can. Give me 4 packs at $20 a pack. Okay? So now I'm going to move away from this tea, but like I said, it's safe enough for everybody in the household. My dad, 83. Loves this tea. When he gets phlegm caught in his chest, he drinks this tea and it helps to break it up. If you have allergies, if you have anything health related, I always tell people detox first, because it might just be that you have something going on in your body that needs to be flushed out. Okay, so that's the first product. Now, the second product that I want to bring your attention to, and before I move forward, let me take a step back, because I want to give a shout out and I have to give respect to our CEO, Mr. Jack Fallon, as well as our VP of North American Sales, Mr. Kenny Lloyd. Have to do that. Now, the NutriBurst Liquid Vitamin. I wish I was standing in front of you right now so I could say how many of you before, if you're not in TLC, before TLC, took a multivitamin. Most people, they remember doing it when they were younger. But they're like, I haven't taken a multivitamin in so long. This is liquid, so it's 98% absorption into the bloodstream. Why is this important? Because when you have vitamins that go through your body and you know your body need it, most of the time we don't even absorb most of it, and it winds up right in the toilet. Okay, not to get too graphic, but sometimes you could even smell vitamins come through your body. This NutriBurst will give you a burst of energy. It will give you mental clarity. Once again, this is good and safe for the entire household. My son has been taking NutriBurst since we've been part of the company. And now it has been for about 3.5, going on 4 years that we've been taking this product. My dad, 83, my mom, she doesn't want to live without her NutriBurst. Now, what is so powerful about this? I love the fact that there are 72 minerals in here, plant-based minerals. Now, one thing that I understand, you ever have somebody say, I'm mineral deficient? I'm mineral deficient. I'm lacking something in my diet. My doctor told me I need to be on iron pills. My doctor told me that I need to take all of these different iron, or people texting me, or they need to take so many different minerals. But what I like is that it's from plants. Everything that we need, even if you look at animals, when they get sick, they go straight to plants. Straight to plants. I feel like God has given us this opportunity and these amazing products to bring the right people together for a movement. And I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart. Now, one of the other things that I want to point out with this is the fact that a lot of people, when they're on these two products, we're going to talk about the third one as part of this trio of the 30-33. But when people are on this product, they say, you know what I've noticed? When I'm taking my NutriBurst, I don't crave certain foods. And you know why that is? This focus is off. There we go. Why that is? The reason why you don't crave is because, let me put something in perspective for you. When we are hungry, we're hungry because our bodies are saying, look, I need nutrients. It's not so much that we're hungry for food. Our bodies are needing nutrients. So when you find yourself eating, right? This is for the people that don't have NutriBurst. When you find yourself eating, you ever find, like, after the fact, you're like, why am I still hungry? I just ate. Why am I still hungry? Then you find yourself overeating because you think you're still hungry, but essentially what your body is saying is, you put something in me, but you did not give me the nutrients that I need. Why is that? Now, you remember back in the day when they would rotate the crops, right? When they would rotate the crops in the field when they did agriculture. Now, I'm just kind of educating it for a minute. Some of you, this is going to resonate because you understand about sowing and reaping. But they would rotate the crops, meaning if they plant beans this year, the next season they'll plant corn. And then they'll keep rotating it out so that they don't deplete the soil of the nutrients that we need in our body. Now, when we don't get the nutrients, we crave for them from certain things. And we're like, why am I still eating? Oh my God, I'm like just eating everything. But once you start giving your body the right nutrients, people say, I find myself not eating all of my food because your body is satisfied. Let's start satisfying our bodies. Because once you flush all of the bad stuff out, and it's very necessary. Because you know what? There used to be a time where we could go into the grocery store and we could just buy food. Now we have a health food section. Now my question to the grocery stores is, well, what's the rest of the stuff if that's the health food section? What's everything else? What is everything else? Now we have to be mindful. Is it gluten-free? Is it non-GMO? Is it organic? Like, we didn't have to think about all of these things when we were growing up. So now when I'm talking to my son, I'm like, baby, you need to eat your vegetables. It used to be me pushing it on him. Now he wants his vegetables because he's like, I don't want worms. Can people get worms for real, mommy? Yes. We have to educate. That's the whole purpose of this Facebook Live, is to educate. Okay? Now, the next product that I would like to bring to your attention is this NRG. Come through. This NRG. People say it's the happy pill. Now, many of you know, if you are a Facebook friend of mine, you know I am up first thing in the morning. I jump up, and just to give you the regimen that I take, I have my NutriBurst. I put it in one of those medicine cups. I open up an NRG. I open up a Chewy. We coming around to this. I open up a Chaga. I open up a Gano. Now, what is all of this stuff? Just for the sake of time, because I told you, out of respect for your time, I'm not going to waste too much time, but I open these capsules up. Yes, these are in vegetable-based capsules. I could take them as is, but guess what? If I put it directly into the NutriBurst, because it's liquid, it goes directly into my bloodstream. Now, with this Chaga. Now, why is Chaga so cool? Chaga grows on the side of a tree in Siberia. Now, when I started to look this up as the scientist that I am, when I started to look up Chaga, what I learned was that it grows on the side of a tree in Siberia. Now, the other thing that I found out about it is that in Asian countries, they call this the diamond of the forest. And when they start taking this product, they actually take it off the side of the tree. They crush it up. They put it in hot water, and they drink it for just wellness. For just wellness. Now, Chaga, also in my pursuit, what I found out was that it neutralizes any free radicals in the body. Now, you don't have to know all of this to become part of this company. But one thing that I understood was that when it neutralizes free radicals, that's the beginning of anything going wrong with your body. I don't care if it's a common cold. It could be lupus. It could be cancer. It could be any of these things. Free radicals in your body is the beginning of things going wrong. And if you can put something in your system that can neutralize a free radical, because free radicals, as they're roaming in your body, they're attached to something. That's why people wind up with tumors and cysts and all these different overgrowths in their body, because now they just have stuff that's just growing. Come through. I'm telling you. Look up Chaga. You don't have to look up Total Life Changes Chaga, but when you look it up, just look up the medicinal benefits. If you're dealing with something, look up Chaga, just Chaga in itself, plus what it is that you or someone that you love is dealing with. Look it up, find out what it says about it, and just understand that we have 100% pure extract of it. What a blessing that is. What a blessing that is. Now, I remember watching Strike It Rich. Do you remember that show? Strike It Rich? There were people that was getting Chaga off the side of a tree. You can look this up. And they were selling like balls of Chaga for $5,000 because of the benefit that they know that Chaga has. Chaga. Okay? Look it up. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about is Ganoderma, because it helps. It's anti-tumor, anti-cancer, it's anti-inflammatory, it's antibacterial. You start to put this in there. Now, I don't have anything going wrong, but I'm more proactive than reactive. So many times we wait for something to go wrong, and then we're like, oh my God, what can I do? I was at a funeral earlier today, and my cousin walked up to me and she said, cuz, I'm scared. I have so many things going on in my body. Just send me some stuff. My God, just send me some stuff. I said, you know what? Between that stem cells, this Gano, that Chaga, yes, the Chewy, spirulina. You know anything about spirulina? It is a superfood. It says it directly on the bottle. Look up spirulina. You have a lot of people that's coming off of meat. What does that mean? When you come off of meat, you need a replacement for the protein. This is perfect for that. To chewy. Okay? We have so many products that come from the earth, and let me just help you understand something. We have over 43 products, and we could be on here all night long talking about these 43 products. We have a toothpaste that has charcoal in it. We have soap that has charcoal in it. Then let me help you understand something, and I'm seeing this information. I'm glad that this is on Facebook Live because you can go back and look this stuff up. Now, with the toothpaste that we use, it has fluoride in it. Fluoride is not good for us. Now, fluoride is in the water. Fluoride is in the toothpaste. These are things that we consume every single day. Either consume or use. Now, with us having a toothpaste that eliminates the fluoride, because fluoride causes you to operate at a low frequency. You know, I often think about when people say, hey, I'm going to go on a fast so that I can get closer to God, right? You hear people say, I'm going on a Daniel fast because I need mental clarity. I'm coming off of meat. What if we just lived our lives in that space of being able to connect with God on a regular basis, to be able to have our spiritual connection just there, ever so present? Why do you have to fast? Why do you have to wait for that? Okay? Now, I know I keep saying for the sake of time, but for those coffee drinkers, we have a coffee. Because I know some people feel like, I can't live without my coffee. We have coffee. It's called Delgado. We have another one that's a Latin style. With this one, it has Ganoderma in it, and it has Garcinia cambogia in it. Okay? Curbs your cravings. The next thing, we do have something for weight loss. If a person says, look, I need a weight loss product, we do have something called Resolution Drops. Okay, it puts you on a 1,200 calorie restricted intake. And you can't have anything fried. You can't have anything with carbs. And you can't have anything sweet. It's a Coach in a bottle. Now, what we're going to do at this time is transition into how does all of this make sense to even make money? Because some people say, I'm healthy in my body, but my bank account is sick. Let's talk about how do we get your bank account well. Now, yes, we have people in the business that are making money that is beyond belief, where some people can't even wrap their mind around the idea. But let me help you understand something. Either God is or God isn't. And if God said that things are possible and he came that we might have life more abundantly, why not? Why are we shutting it down thinking that things are not possible? You're on this live right now for a purpose. Maybe you're not thinking about you want to get rich, but maybe you're saying, look, I just need some bills taken care of. I just need something extra. I just need another stream. If I could just get $1 more into the household, if I could just get a little bit more so that I can get my grasp, that I can get my footing, so that I can get prepared for things to come. You know how many times people say, something has come up and they have to go on the whole month after month, week after week because of lack of preparation. Here is a vehicle. We're not here to twist your arm, but what we are saying is we have found a way. We have found a way. Now, what I want you to understand is if you can get to $100 a week, guess what? If you could get to $100 a week, you can double it. You could duplicate and get to $200 a week. Once you find something that works, you want to share with everybody you know. So when people tell me, when I go into, whether it's a presentation, whether it's a tea party, whether it's a Facebook Live, whether it's a one-on-one, whether it's a three-way call, and I hear people, I listen to their language. Because I've heard people say, oh, my cousin tried to get me to do this. And I think to myself, she tried to get you to do this. How about you looking at it and shifting the way that your cousin, that you're taking in what your cousin is doing? Your cousin is sharing an opportunity with you. Sharing an opportunity with you that can change not just your life, but generations to come. Because it has truly changed my life. I used to work for the federal government. I'm a double scientist. Retired from my job in 2016 and have not looked back. Because I understood while I was there at that place, it was nothing wrong. Nothing was wrong. Nobody pushed me out. I didn't get fired. But I knew every day that I walked in, I felt like there was a greater purpose on my life. I felt like I needed to, first of all, have more time with my son, who was really just seeing me kind of come and go. I wasn't able to really be there. Now I'm the first face that he sees when he gets off the bus. And that's a blessing. My energy is always right because I'm not anxious. When I was working, I was anxious. He would call my name, want me to read a book, and I'm like, what? Somebody out there know what I mean. I was anxious. My energy wasn't good. Okay? I was off balance. But now it's not like that because it has put me in a position where, first of all, the products are good. And the products have helped me to come to a peaceful place. And when I come into the house, now I can be present. I can be available. Many of us have parents that are getting older. My dad just turned 84. My mom is 74. And I want to be present. I want to be there for them. I want to be able to, in the middle of the day, go to breakfast with them if I want to. And these are the simple things that matter. Because in the whole gist of things, in the grand scheme of things, all of this that's going on, chasing after the cars, the clothes, all of that is good. But I want to be present for my loved ones. I said earlier today, I was at a funeral. One thing that I know is that, you know, there's a span. The day you're born and then the day you die. What do you do in the middle? I don't think any of us was meant to just work forever. And we've all heard the thing about the 40-40-40 plan. I don't have to repeat that. But somebody out there knows. Some people feel like, you know, well, what, you know, is this one of those things? What thing? What thing? When I was working for the government, it was so much red tape and so many things that got shut down. My creativity got shut down. Hey, why don't we do it like this? Oh no, young lady, we don't do it like that. What? I'm like, you hired me to do something as an expert. Now you don't want to do it that way. So I'm saying this to you, that maybe you are in a space, in a place. Maybe nobody even knows what that space is. Maybe you haven't even shared it with anybody, but you feel like you need something to shift. And I said it in the beginning, and I'm going to say it again, that I feel like God is using our source is using the earth and has gone through using TLC as a vehicle to bring the right people together to move on a mission to get his people in alignment. So you're on this Facebook Live for a reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe you've been praying about something. Maybe you're saying, you know, God, send me something. And this is that something. So let's talk about how do we get paid in this company. We get paid 5 different ways. Some people just go straight retail. That's the first way. And you can do it 2 ways. You can send a person to your website because every product that we have has a point volume associated with it. And if a person goes to your page and, you know, places an order, you get 50% of that point volume in dollars. And then you also get points. Now, your website is free. There's an upgraded website that you could get further down the line. You don't have to come in and get that upgraded website, but that you know, you want to get that, you get that free website that a person can go to, and we market to over 150 plus countries. So if a person say, well, I don't know if my friends and family will support me, guess what? When you're out and about, you meet people all the time, and you never know who's really, literally, I've had so many people to say, I've been looking for something all natural. This is what kept me in the game when I first got started, because my friends and family weren't as supportive as I thought they should have been. And somebody on this live, you probably went straight to friends and family and they shot you down. Don't let that discourage you, because somebody else out there is connected to you or that you will bump into in the streets is looking for either this opportunity or they're looking for these products, okay? Now, let's say that you have product on hand, and I'm sitting here with a whole bag of tea. We lead with the tea. There we go with that focus. That's how you feel, Facebook. That's how you feel. Okay. So let's say, you know, you have tea. Everywhere I go, I'm sharing this information. And the first thing that a person says, hey, do you have some on you now? And guess what? If you don't have any products on hand, and you know how people are, we are impulsive. If we like what you're saying and you don't have product, we going online. We're going to find it from somebody. So you want to always have some product on hand. All the time. People are like, you have some now? I'll buy it now. How much? $20 a pack. $20. Then they'll give you, I'm telling you, they'll look at you and say, $20? But it makes a gallon and it lasts for a full week. And you will be proud and excited of the results. And I tell people, if it does not work, I would give you your money back. People love guarantees. Trust me. And they're like, okay, well, here, give me two. They reach right in their purse, right in their pocket, okay? So you can sell this pack of tea, and for us, it's pretty much about $11 a pack, okay? So what profit there. Now, the second way is when you introduce somebody to this company. You introducing people to the company is like anything. Everybody recruits. Sports teams, everybody recruit. So instead of the company paying for commercials, instead of the company paying for marketing materials, they pay us to market, to do things like this, to get the information out, to share this information to other people. Now, when a person gets started, the company gives you a fast start bonus. Okay? Now, we'll go further into that once you get started because we are coming up on the half-hour mark. But now the third way, because I do want to get through this, the third way that we get paid is through the binary. What did I say? Look, if we have a product that works, if you go somewhere and somebody say, oh my God, I like your hair, or oh my God, I like your shirt, where did you get it from? Nobody's paying you to tell them to share their information with anybody. I mean, now they are on Instagram and all of that, but now we're getting paid in the binary. Now, this is one thing that many people don't understand is how do people get wealthy, and they're spinning their wheels and they're trying to figure this thing out. They think maybe if I go and get a second degree, been there, done that. They think if they go and get a third degree, been there, done that. They think if they maybe have a secure job, you get it, been there, done that. If they think that all of these different things, maybe if I go back to school and get a degree, maybe if I stay on a job, maybe if you want to know, you want to do, and you want to get what the wealthy have, you have to do what the wealthy do. It's called duplication and residual. Most people are familiar with linear income, which basically means as long as I give you my time, you give me my money. And that's why a lot of time people can't understand or wrap their minds around people making millions of dollars a month, some people per week, because they can't, they're in their mind, they're trying to figure out how many hours do you have to give up to make that kind of money. Now, we all agree that there are millionaires and billionaires in the world, but they all only have 24 hours in a day like all of us. So what we're saying is, hey, we found a way, okay? So join us. Now, the fourth way that we get paid, and like I said, we'll go more into how to break down, because if I say anything about 10%, 25%, unless I'm giving you actual figures, it means nothing. 10% of what, 25% of what, and we are upon the time. So the fourth way that we get paid is called check match. What did I say? Check match, which basically means that it's an incentive to help other people make money. So basically, my conversation now with people is, hey, you know what? Let's work together. I want to help you make some money. That's a whole different conversation than what most people are having with people nowadays. The conversation is mostly like, hey, can you give me some money? But if you call somebody up and say, you know what? Look, I have a way that we could make some money together. Are you open? I would love to help you make some money. Because in this way, when you get check match, 50% check match on anybody that you introduce on your first level, anybody that you personally introduce to the company. Let's say that you help them get to $1,000 a week. The company cuts you a check for $500. Let's say that you help a person get to $10,000 a week. The company cuts you a check for $5,000. And guess what? We get paid every single week. Now, one other thing that I want to point out to you is that we're still ground floor. What does that mean? There's so much room for growth. So you're on this live for a reason. There's so much room. Many people that you know that's looking for an opportunity. That's like, man, they're just like you saying, look, I need a way. So now they're going to find out about this through you, but you have to open your mouth. You cannot be afraid. And then last but not least, the fifth way that we get paid is the fifth way that we get paid is with lifestyle bonus, when you hit the position of national director. And I also want to point out with the check match is when you hit the position of director. So now, the first thing that you want to do when you get started is to become binary qualified. That means that if you can find two people, just two, that's overworked and underpaid, then you are in business. Become binary qualified. The next thing is now that you want to go ahead and you want to become a director. We'll show you how to do that, how to get that done. And then next, it's not about you hitting executive director, which is the next leadership position. The next thing you want to do is find other people that you can help hit director. Because by default, you help enough people get to director, baby, you will start to elevate. And people will respect that, because when you say, let me help you make money, that's essentially what you want to do. So once you hit, the goal is to help other people hit. Okay, now when we do this presentation, we do this presentation all day long because like myself and many others that are on this Facebook Live, we do this full time. We want to see you succeed. We know there are a lot of people that want to work from home, that's looking for a way that they can, spend more time with their friends, with their families, that they could be healthy, that they could use a product that can put them in their right state of mind. A lot of people aren't in their right state of mind. So when we do this presentation, there's always 3 types of people. And I always want to believe that it's only like the last 2. But the first person says, well, maybe it's not for me. Maybe I should just, I'll just try the product, and they'll try the product. But most of the time, what I found is that a person I'm having all these things pop up. A person will say that maybe it's not for them only because they feel like they have a lack of money or they have a lack of time. And let me help you to understand something. In most cases, it's just time management and money management. And what we do here in TLC is we have training, ongoing training. Training is the key behind any of this. When you first started your job, when you first started kindergarten, it was called training. That's why you went to school every single day. So you want to stay plugged in, okay? Stay plugged in. All right. And we will help you win. Now, that's the first type of person. So maybe you do just want to be a customer. Get on the product. Okay, get back to the person that invited you and tell them, look, I want to get on the product. Now, the second type of person, listen to this information and say, you know what, it sounds good. It seems like it could work. Let me see, I just have a few questions. Get back to the person that invited you to this live and get your questions answered. Okay, and if they can't answer it, they have access to just about everybody, even myself or other leaders, maybe their own upline, that can get your questions answered. Don't walk away because you feel like you didn't get everything answered, because you will be walking away from an opportunity of a lifetime. Believe that. Okay? And this is not to try to convince you. I don't try to convince anybody. I just want to make sure that I paint the right value so that you can walk away with the right information to make an intelligent decision. And then there's the third type of person that hears this information, that's a true decision maker, that's a true leader in their life, and say, you know what, this was for me. I'm ready. I'm ready to sign up. What do I have to do? And we will get you started in the business, okay? And somebody posted it's a 30-day money-back guarantee, and that's true. I mean, you don't even have to ship it back to the company. If you get product, trust me, somebody on your team will buy the product off of you. If you just decide that this is not for you after you've joined. But most of the time, people get these products in their body and they feel amazing. I could tell you my testimonial. Somebody else could tell you their testimonial. But it's all about your own personal testimonial, because your body is different than my body. My body is different than the next person. So everybody's experience is different because we are different. Okay, but one thing I know for sure is that we are all part of the human connection, the human race, the human thing. And what I know about that is that we all want to win. So let us help you win. So if you are that number one person and you're like, you know what, let's just go ahead and get this thing started, because decision makers, they just make decisions and just get it done. Okay? See, you have CEOs. They're CEOs not because they always make the right decision, but because they make a decision. So make a decision. Get back to the person that invited you on this live. For those of you that will be joining us, welcome to Total Life Changes. I love you. God bless you. Share this information. Maybe somebody was working, didn't get a chance to join, but they wish that they could have. Post it to your page. It will hit them at the right time. All right? I love you. God bless you. Talk to you soon. Peace and God bless.